Okay, I have a subscriber who would like to have some information how to play a iron shot. Okay. Now, I have not seen. I mean, your request is for me to play to give some info on how to play an iron. Now, I have not seen your swing, and you haven't told me what's your pattern of your swing. Say, if you're hooking the ball, or you're duffing, or you are slicing the ball, or you're topping the ball, you know. So I will not be able to give you information on to correct your swing. But anyway, now this information I'm going to give you, you'll be able to eliminate most of what I've just said, like topping, fat shot, you know, things like that. Of course, most of the time when you go to the range, or anybody will tell you, on an iron, you always impact the hand in front of the ball. Well, that is true, in front of the ball. But how do you do it? Now, many people got it wrong. In front of the ball, they may go in front of the ball with the body going in front, right? It may go up. Doing this way is also in front of the ball. If you come down and the hand is also low, also in front of the ball. There's many ways of doing it, but there's only one way that is more consistent. And I always stretch that the rotation is very important. Now, the rotation will give you the hand in front of the ball with the rotation, and not by shoving your hand in front to get that hand in front of the ball, right? So it is the rotation of your swing, and your shoulder turning will bring your hand in front of the ball. Now how? Okay, I have always stressed that you got to have a rotation, which is 1, 2, and 3. It's the same thing. When you pick up, first thing first, this club face, when you pick it up, it has to be slightly toe down. That is square. Okay, then you come up, right? So it's still square. When you come down, you have to rotate. Rotate with your hip to bring the club head, your hand in front of the ball, not by shoving it, all right? Another thing is the down swing. How do you get that hand in front of the ball without very handsy? Well, you take it up to your backswing. When you rotate, this hand, this archer have to be maintained, all right? Then when you rotate, you don't bring your hand in front. From here, you rotate. See? Your hand will be in front of the ball, and this is very consistent. Your back will be behind, and you're not standing up. So you hand is, then you extend to the finish. And this is how you put your hand in front of the ball. Again, when you rotate with your hand here, with the arch, your elbow in front of the hip, then you rotate. This have to rotate, and please do not stop. All right, you cannot stop your rotation. If you stop the rotation, the club face will be open. Right, you come in this way. As you rotate, this club head is going out that way. That means this club head, as you come down, this club head is going that way. All right, then you finish your swing. Now this is how you get your club head in front. Your hand in front of the ball. Now a lot of times people say that you are coming out of the top, because coming from the top, if your shoulder is going up, your shoulder have to turn in order to make your hip turn. If your hip turn and you restrict your shoulder, you cannot make a rotation. By that I mean, if you come up here and you want to rotate and then let your shoulder stay back, it's very difficult to rotate. So to make the rotation easier, take your backswing, and this have to rotate, but you don't rotate this way. You rotate with your shoulder underneath, under, right? So this shoulder have to rotate. Your feeling is this shoulder is going out. Yes, it's going out, but it's going out, out and under. Okay, let me show. It's going. This shoulder is going out, but under. It is not this way. So don't be afraid of getting your right side rotating, because I think a lot of people phobia, because you say if you come out from the top, the shoulder is coming off the top, you're swinging from the top. The shoulder have to come up, but under. Out, but under. Not out and over. Okay? So it is out, this shoulder is going out, but under. And it is not out and over. Now that is a distinctive difference between shoulder rotation. You have to rotate in order to bring your hand in front. You cannot you can hit the ball with your hand in front. There's no doubt about it. But is this consistent? I don't think so. So with your rotation, your hand will be in front of the ball most of the time, and you have a ball arch. Now please bear in mind, when you come to your rotation, this arch, this elbow band have to be maintained. Okay, this elbow band here, this band here, and this hand is bowl. All right, so it's coming down this way. Let me get it square. Okay, is with your rotation, it's coming square, right? Then you finish your swing. All right, so you got to work on this. You know, it won't happen overnight, and this information is given to you. So I give you this information, and you got to work on it. Don't just because you go to the range and you hit a bad shot, and just because you hit a bad shot, somebody will come and tell you, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing the wrong. You got to be patient when you do something different. Your body got to get used to the changes, right? Your hand got to get used to the changes. So you got to give it time. Probably go to the range, go one corner, get some balls, 100 balls, and just practice. My advice or my info is for you to practice the rotation. Get the rotation correct, followed by the club and the head, right? You can have anything, but without the rotation, you won't hit the ball where you want it to go, or hit the ball nice, right? So work on the rotation, right? And make sure as you come down, you rotate with the club, right? You don't, if you just come down with this, it's no use. You have to come down with a rotation. That means your hip is going that way. It's a rotation, you know? This way. So your hand is already in front, and then you extend and finish your swing. Now this is the iron play. Of course, getting the ball in front, the hand in front, works very well, because you know why you get in front, because you got to deal off. Say this is an 8 iron, probably you want to play it like a 7 iron. The reason why the hand in front is because you want to deal off and compress the ball from 8 iron to a 7 iron, right? But if you use a 5 iron or a 4 iron, and if you're compressed or your hand is too in front, it will not do you any good, right? Because the loft itself on a 5 iron or a 4 iron is already very low. So if you were to de-loft more than what is supposed to, the ball will go very low and it will not go to the distance that you want. It works very well with wedges till maximum 6 iron. So on 5, we can go into that later on, but I just give you a rough idea what you should do with a longer iron. The iron is longer iron. You should not be too much of a what I call a de-loft, right? You will close the cup face down and the ball will just maybe 3 feet high. and it will not go anywhere. On iron, longer iron, you have to release. I mean, it's still in front, but you have to release earlier so that the club head will catch up to the ball, and you will have a better launch. Okay, so work on that. The next video, I'm going to touch on some long iron, how to play a long iron and your hybrid. At the meantime, work on this. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, then you can sort out some other information. Mine, one size doesn't fit all. Doesn't mean what I said it will fit you, right? So you work on that and see how it works out. All right. And okay, thank you very much. And if you have any comment, please comment me, give me a comment. And those who have not subscribed, please subscribe. And those who have subscribed, thank you very much. And one more thing before I forget, I have a lot of requests, or not a lot, I have a few requests to do this sort of a video in Chinese or Malay. So Chinese also got many dialects, you know, got Hakka, got Cantonese, got Hokkien, got Mandarin. I'm quite fluent with all these dialects and languages, so there's no problem. But the issue here is whether should I do it and whether people will accept it or not. Of course, there's not a lot, doesn't have a lot of video on golf swing, on all these dialects and languages and all that. I'm not saying there's none, but I have never seen one yet. I have not seen one yet. If you like me to do in all these dialects and all this Chinese, please let me know. You put in a comment and say yes. And if I feel that is enough comment for me to proceed, I will. Okay? So please comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.